Sit back and enjoy 2 hours of fascinating facts you didn't know. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get started.
The Venus girdle is an elongated and flattened ctenophore known for its elegant appearance. Although it is not a jellyfish, it is often mistaken for one due to its look. Its iridescent glow creates the illusion of changing color between shades of blue, pink, or green thanks to the refraction of light in its cilia. Its fluid and delicate movement gives it an almost liquid appearance, making this marine animal a fascinating spectacle in its habitat. Pit bulls, currently considered dangerous by some, have been misunderstood due to misinformation and poor breeding practices. In the past, they were known as nanny dogs because of their affectionate and protective nature towards children. These dogs stand out for their loyalty and affection, but their behavior depends more on their upbringing and environment than on their breed. Caviar, one of the most expensive foods in the world, comes from sturgeon eggs. Beluga caviar is the most coveted, especially almas, which can cost up to $15,873 per pound. Traditionally, caviar is consumed in small amounts on toast or blinis. Its saltiness and delicate texture have made caviar a symbol of luxury and sophistication in international cuisine. The first traffic light was installed on December 10, 1868, in London, United Kingdom. It was invented by British railway engineer John Peake Knight and consisted of red and green gas signals. However, this system was not successful due to an explosion. The first functional electric traffic light was installed in Cleveland, Ohio in 1914. The high heel race is a sporting event organized every year in several cities in Russia and has also been adopted in countries such as Mexico and Spain, among others. In this competition, participants run while wearing stiletto heels at least 4 inches high. Although walking in these shoes is already difficult, running in them becomes a real challenge. Despite the many falls, the prizes are usually quite attractive, although participants also endure considerable foot pain. In ancient Egypt, the mummification of animals was a common practice linked to religious beliefs. In 1888, a farmer discovered a pit near the Speos Artemidos temple filled with thousands of mummified animals, mainly cats. These animals were considered representations of deities, such as Bastet, the cat goddess. Leaf fish, such as Monoceros polyacanthus, are experts at camouflage by imitating leaves floating in the water. This ability allows them to blend in with aquatic vegetation and hunt effectively without being detected. Native to South America, these freshwater fish are a fascinating example of natural adaptation. Click beetles, belonging to the family Elateridae, are beetles known for their peculiar clicking mechanism. This mechanism allows them to propel themselves into the air to avoid being captured by predators. They also use this ability to flip themselves over when they end up on their backs. Meet Rani, a dwarf cow from Bangladesh, recognized as the smallest cow in the world by the Guinness record. With only 20 inches in height, 26 inches in length, and a weight of 57 pounds, her exceptional size was attributed to inbreeding. This condition limited her growth and left little chance of her increasing in size. Sadly, Rani passed away in August of 2021 due to stomach problems. There is a viral story about a young man who uploaded a video titled "I Am Ugly, My Experience," where he shared his physical insecurities. A girl commented that she found him cute, which led them to meet and begin a relationship. Eventually, they got married, and their story was widely shared on social media. What you see on screen is the Zanko Tiny T1, the smallest functional phone in the world. It looks like a toy. It measures just 1.8 inches long, with 0.8 inches wide and 0.5 inches thick, and weighs only 0.5 ounces. It includes internal memory of 32 megabytes, enough to store 300 phone numbers and 50 text messages. It also features a SIM card slot, a small battery of 200 milliamps, and a micro USB port for charging. Fresh wood contains a significant amount of moisture that can be released when it is subjected to pressure. Before being used in construction, wood usually goes through a drying process to reduce its water content. This improves its strength, durability, and ability to support weight. Building with wet wood can be dangerous, as its structure is less stable due to moisture. The Tibetan white yak is a rare subspecies of the Tibetan yak, known for its ability to survive in extremely cold climates. It mainly inhabits the mountainous regions of Tibet and Central Asia. Its dense white fur protects it from low temperatures and strong winds, and its robust appearance includes long hair that forms a skirt along its sides. Mikhail Mov, a Russian jeweler, managed to sculpt a tiny Godzilla on a grain of rice. This incredible work, carried out in his workshop in Noginsk, took him 3 days of effort under a microscope. The sculpture stands out for its astonishing level of detail, including the scales, and required extreme patience and precision. During the process, he had to work very carefully to prevent the piece from breaking. The giant centipede is a myriapod that inhabits the lowlands of Venezuela, Colombia, and the Caribbean. It can exceed 12 inches in length and possesses toxic venom containing substances such as acetylcholine and serotonin. Although its bite is extremely painful and can cause inflammation, fever, and weakness, fatal cases in humans are very rare. Its size and venom make it one of the most impressive and feared centipede varieties. The machine called Happy Cow is designed to improve the well-being of cows on farms. It works through automatic brushes that cows can activate with a gentle push. The brushes spin for a period of time, providing a pleasant experience while cleaning the animals. This device not only improves cow hygiene, but also contributes to their comfort and health. Psychotria elata, known as the kiss flower, is a tropical plant from the Rubiaceae family. It is native to Central and South America, in countries such as Colombia, Panama, and Ecuador. Its bright red bracts that resemble human lips attract pollinators such as hummingbirds and butterflies. This plant grows in areas of high humidity and shade, typical of tropical rainforests. However, deforestation and overexploitation have affected its population. It is currently endangered. In this time-lapse, we can see how a woman's body changes during pregnancy. In these recordings, the growth of the belly and other bodily changes are documented week by week. The heaviest strawberry in the world was harvested in Israel by farmer Chahi Ariel in February of 2021. It weighed approximately 10.2 ounces, an exceptional size compared to average strawberries, which usually weigh around 0.5 ounces. This fruit belongs to the Elan variety, known for its growth potential. Unusually cold weather conditions allowed for its slow development and large size. The tripod fish is a deep-sea fish that uses the elongated extensions of its pelvic fins and lower caudal fin to rest on the ocean floor. It spends much of its life in this position, facing the current to hunt small crustaceans and other organisms. The bald eagle is known for building the largest nests among birds. These nests, mainly built in trees, can reach impressive dimensions of up to 13 feet deep and 10 feet wide. They also often weigh approximately 2,205 pounds thanks to the continuous addition of materials each year. Since the 1980s, the coasts of Finistère in France have received Garfield-shaped telephones due to a container that sank in a sea cave. This container, which became trapped after a storm, slowly releases the phones into the sea. The plant Oxalis corniculata uses an explosive dispersal mechanism to spread its seeds. Upon contact or internal pressure, its fruits release the seeds into the air, allowing them to spread some distance away. This method ensures greater propagation, favoring its reproduction across different terrains. Now we know where the creators of Plants vs. Zombies got their inspiration. Although it is not common to see rabbits swimming, these animals have the ability to do so if they find themselves in a situation that requires it. They use movements similar to those of other mammals, but they tend to avoid water due to the stress it causes them. Swimming is not a natural activity for them and can pose risks to their well-being. It is a skill more related to survival than to their usual behavior. Eris, a borzoi dog, has the longest snout in the world, measuring approximately 12.2 inches. Despite its unusual size, her dental health is good according to veterinary reports. Her snout, although distinctive, has not caused her serious health problems. However, it may present some difficulty when eating due to its length. This unique trait has made Eris a fascinating and admired case within her breed. There is a gorilla named Anaka, a resident of the Atlanta Zoo, who has unusual pigmentation on his left hand, which led to speculation that he might have vitiligo. However, the zoo has clarified that this characteristic is a birthmark and not a confirmed case of vitiligo. This garden is known as the most dangerous in the world because it contains more than 100 poisonous species. It is filled with warnings so that visitors avoid smelling, touching, or tasting any of the plants. It is located at Alnwick Castle in the United Kingdom. It was the idea of the Duchess of Northumberland in 1996, who initially considered creating a botanical garden, but changed her mind and preferred to gather plants that could kill rather than heal in order to educate people about them. Romanesco, also known as Romanesco broccoli, is a variety of cauliflower famous for its unique appearance. Its florets are arranged in spirals that form a structure similar to a fractal. This repetitive geometric pattern appears at different scales, making Romanesco visually striking.
Meet the squidworm, a marine creature that measures approximately 3.5 inches long and 0.4 inches wide. It has 10 tentacle-like appendages that it uses to feed and lives at ocean depths between 6,562 and 9,843 feet. When it is young, it is almost transparent, but as it becomes an adult, it takes on a dark brown color and is covered by a gelatinous sheath.
What appears to be a human in a bird costume is actually the harpy eagle. This powerful bird, approximately 3 feet 3 inches tall and weighing around 19.8 pounds, is one of the largest eagles in the western and southern hemispheres. It can be found in tropical rainforests from Mexico to Brazil and feeds on sloths and monkeys, but it will not miss an opportunity if it encounters an iguana or a snake. This powerful eagle hunts several times per week and can lift prey up to 3 times its own weight with its lethal talons, which can measure up to 6 inches. In England, wavy brick fences known as crinkle walls are common and stand out for their unique design. This undulating style provides greater structural stability while using fewer bricks compared to a straight wall. While straight walls require at least 2 layers of bricks to be sturdy, wavy walls achieve stability with a single layer thanks to the strength provided by the arches. During the Pleistocene, giant animals such as mammoths and giant sloths dispersed avocado seeds by consuming them whole and expelling them through their feces. However, after their extinction around 13,000 years ago, avocados lost this natural method of propagation. Fortunately, human civilizations had already begun cultivating them, ensuring their survival. Bonnie Morgan, an actress and contortionist, portrayed Samara in the film The Ring 3, released in 2017. Her ability to perform extreme physical movements allowed her to bring the character to life without the need for computer-generated effects. The use of lasers to cut tree branches is an emerging technology that is being implemented in some places. This method uses high-precision lasers to cut branches safely, especially in hard-to-reach areas. It also reduces risk for workers by eliminating the need for manual tools such as chainsaws. When rats are excited or relaxed, their eyes can appear to slightly pop out of their sockets. This phenomenon, known as boggling, occurs due to the movement of the muscles around their eyes. Route 60 connects Chile with Argentina and is known for its section called Los Caracoles. This stretch is famous for its numerous sharp curves and its impressive mountain scenery, making it one of the most beautiful and challenging roads in the world. Apparently, Chinese citizens never stop innovating, and this time they have taken it one step further by creating grilled ice as a culinary proposal. This trend began on the streets of the city of Nanchang in Jiangxi province, and it was a Chinese internet user who revealed this idea through social media, making it go viral. The preparation consists of placing ice cubes on hot coals or a grill and browning them. Once on the embers, oil is brushed on and seasonings and spices such as chili powder, paprika, and salt are added. The creator of this dish has stated that he offers it for free to diners who visit his restaurant. In the early 1960s, McDonald's launched the Hula Burger, created by Ray Kroc as a meat-free option for Fridays. It consisted of a grilled pineapple slice with cheese between 2 buns. Due to low acceptance of its unusual flavor combination, the Hula Burger was removed from the menu. People with blue eyes share a common ancestor who lived during the Neolithic period, approximately between 6 and 10,000 years ago, from whom they inherited a rare mutation of the OCA2 gene that affects the amount of melanin in the iris. This allows light to reflect in a unique way and creates the blue color. What is surprising is that this mutation occurred only once in a single individual and was passed down from generation to generation. Lechanophobia, also known as lachanophobia, is an irrational fear of vegetables. It is not a simple aversion or dislike, but a phobia that can trigger panic attacks when seeing or thinking about certain vegetables. It is a psychological disorder that affects some people and may require specialized treatment. The Ecuadorian nymph, an insect with a peculiar appearance, draws attention due to its resemblance to a piece of popcorn. Its characteristic shape is due to the wax it produces from glands located in its body, which provides protection against predators and repels water. This curious insect lives in the Amazon rainforests of Ecuador, where it plays an important role in the ecosystem. Up close, a sea biscuit or sand dollar reveals its structure as a flat sea urchin that lives on the ocean floor. With its tiny spines, it collects organic matter and nutrients from the sand, carrying them grain by grain to its mouth located on the underside. The English pouter pigeon is an ornamental pigeon breed recognized for its upright posture, long neck, and inflated crop. These unique characteristics are the result of generations of selective breeding by specialized breeders.
In the Houlgat forest in Brittany, France, you can find the famous rock known as the Roche Tremblante. This stone, which weighs approximately 302,000 pounds, has a peculiar balance that allows it to move slightly with minimal effort. Despite its ability to wobble, it remains stable and is not at risk of rolling or causing damage.
Dr. Robert H. Schmerling from Harvard University questioned the need to shower daily in an article. According to his analysis, this practice is more influenced by social norms than by health reasons. He also warned about the risks of excessive use of shampoos and other products, as they can dry out or irritate the skin. However, he clarified that he does not promote poor hygiene. Schmerling noted that there is no exact number of recommended showers, although for many people, showering 4 times per week could be sufficient. Afshin Ghaderzadeh, an Iranian man recognized as the shortest adult in the world, has the smallest hands ever recorded in a living adult, according to Guinness World Records. His right hand measures approximately 2.5 inches, and the left around 2.6 inches. This data was officially verified in March of 2023.
Papakolea, known as the Green Sand Beach, is located in Hawaii and is one of the few green sand beaches in the world. The sand on this beach gets its distinctive green color thanks to volcanic minerals, especially olivine, present in the area. These minerals, also known as peridot, are carried by the ocean and deposited on the beach, creating a unique and fascinating landscape for visitors.
This is what a rusty rake looks like up close. The metal shows rust stains in reddish or brown tones, the result of a chemical reaction between the metal, air, and moisture. This oxidation process gives the rake a worn and rough appearance. Fungi release spores as an essential part of their life cycle, allowing them to reproduce and colonize new environments. This process also occurs in other organisms, such as plants, algae, and some protozoa. Spores are crucial for their survival, especially under adverse conditions. Cut hair can be used to combat oil spills in the ocean thanks to its oleophilic properties. It acts as a natural bioabsorbent that attracts and retains oil. Various organizations collect hair donations to make mats and barriers designed to contain and recover spilled oil.
The Uraba lugens caterpillar displays a unique behavior during its growth. Each time it sheds its exoskeleton, the head of the previous exoskeleton does not disintegrate, but instead accumulates on top of the new one like a hat. This curious process repeats throughout its life cycle, with some caterpillars carrying more than 5 hats at the same time.
A few decades ago, during golf tournaments, it was allowed for people to take golf balls at the end of a shot. Over time, stricter rules were established to maintain order and professionalism in tournaments.
Thomas Wetters, a man from the 18th century in Yorkshire, England, was known for having the longest recorded nose, with an estimated length between 7.5 and 10.6 inches. His case was documented in the book Anomalies and Curiosities of Medicine, standing out as a medical curiosity. Authentic wasabi is a plant that is difficult to grow, which makes it extremely expensive and rare outside Japan. This traditional condiment requires specific conditions, such as cold running water and controlled temperatures to grow. For this reason, most wasabi found on the market is a mixture of horseradish, mustard, and green coloring.
Some spiders, such as those of the genus Cyclocosmia or Bothreuertum, build underground burrows with unique doors made of silk and materials such as clay.
Ziggy Ziegler is known as the master of bat tricks. He has gained popularity on social media and has been featured on shows such as You Bet Your Life with Jay Leno. His skill with the bat is impressive.
NASA engineers developed the Exobiology Extant Life Surveyor, a snake-shaped robot capable of navigating autonomously on icy surfaces. This robot has a head with sensors and cameras to observe its surroundings and a segmented body that allows it to change shape. Its screw-like outer surface helps it move. Its mission is to search for signs of life in the oceans hidden beneath the icy crust of Enceladus, one of Saturn's moons. The bald uwakari is a primate that inhabits the swampy areas of the Amazon, especially in Brazil, Peru, and possibly Colombia. It stands out for its hairless face and skull, with red skin that contrasts with its thick fur, which can be grayish-brown or whitish. It weighs between 4.4 and 8.8 pounds and has strong jaws adapted to cracking seeds and hard fruits. In Melbourne, Australia, an event called Box Wars is held every year at Victoria Park. It brings together hundreds of participants who build structures and armor made of recycled cardboard to take part in symbolic battles. The activity encourages creativity and the reuse of recycled materials. On the campus of La Trobe University in Melbourne, Australia, there is a unique and peculiar statue of Lieutenant Governor Charles La Trobe, designed by sculptor Charles Robb. This artwork draws attention because it is placed upside down, with the head facing downward and the pedestal at the top. The ant Carabera diversa, native to Asia, is known for its fascinating social organization. Within its colony, there are two types of workers and soldiers. The workers carry out daily tasks, while the larger soldiers handle heavier jobs. A surprising characteristic of the soldiers is their ability to carry the smaller workers when necessary. Hannah Simpson, a young woman from New Zealand, wanted to have a horse at 11 years old, but her parents could not afford one. Instead, she decided to train her cow Layla to behave like a horse. Despite not being an equine, Layla has been trained to jump obstacles and respond to commands, showing surprising ability. The Rose of Jericho, also known as Anastatica hirocuntica, is a fascinating plant due to its ability to completely dehydrate and come back to life upon contact with water. It is native to the arid regions of the Arabian deserts and areas near the Red Sea. Experiments have been conducted to analyze ants' preferences among different cola beverages. On several occasions, they have shown a preference for a specific drink, likely due to its higher sugar content or differences in its chemical composition. Alain Berchavour, a Belgian artist, designed a greenhouse helmet called the Portable Oasis. This innovative device contains living plants that purify the air and create a fresh environment to breathe. It was conceived as a solution to isolate oneself from urban pollution, combining nature and technology in a unique accessory. An Asiana Airlines airplane managed to land safely at Daegu Airport in South Korea after an unusual incident. A passenger opened the emergency door when the plane was about 656 feet above the ground, shortly before landing. Although the situation caused panic, no serious injuries were reported. However, some passengers were treated for breathing difficulties caused by the impact of the air and the stress of the moment. Bridget, a lioness at the Oklahoma Zoo, developed a mane in 2017 at the age of 17, an unusual trait in females. This phenomenon occurred over a period of approximately 8 months and was attributed to a benign tumor in an adrenal gland, which caused an increase in the production of hormones such as testosterone. Some sheep wear bras. This has a medical reason. In some cases, milk production is so abundant that the suspensory ligaments of the udders are damaged, forcing them to live the rest of their lives with this support measure. An ice cream shop in Germany, run by Thomas Michelino, has gained attention for its innovative insect-flavored ice cream, decorated with dried crickets. Michelino is famous for his unusual creations, which include liver sausage ice cream and gorgonzola cheese ice cream. He has also offered an extravagant option covered with a thin layer of gold, sold for approximately $1,000 per serving. This is how goblin sharks attack their prey. They have freely movable jaws that can extend several inches when they open their mouths. These sharks live at depths of around 3,937 feet in nearly all the oceans of the world and can measure up to 19.7 feet long in adulthood. Very little is known about them since they rarely approach the surface, but the most remarkable aspect of their anatomy is their jaw, which they can project outward at will when they are hungry. Chongqing, a city in southwestern China, is famous for its mountainous terrain and its innovative metro system. Due to the topography, the rail lines are built at elevated levels, allowing trains to pass through buildings. A notable example is the Liziba metro station, where the train passes through a residential building. Portable chicken coops allow chickens to be moved to different areas, giving them access to fresh grass, seeds, and insects. This regular movement also helps prevent the buildup of pathogens and parasites in a single location, reducing the risk of disease. In addition, these structures are practical for maintaining a healthier environment for the birds and the soil. The record for the largest hula hoop in the world was achieved by Yuya Yamada, a Japanese performer known as Hoopman Yuya. In 2018, he used his torso to spin a hoop with a diameter of 16.9 feet, meeting the requirement of giving it at least 3 rotations to validate the record. This is how people in the past prevented their candles from burning all the way down if they fell asleep.
They were called automatic candle snuffers, a type of ring that closed when the candle reached a certain height.
The shoebill is a bird unique in its genus and family, known for its peculiar appearance and slow movements that give it an almost robotic quality. It inhabits wetlands of eastern Africa in countries such as South Sudan and Uganda. With a height of up to 4 feet 11 inches and a weight of approximately 15.4 pounds, this prehistoric relic faces extinction risk, with an estimated population between 3,000 and 5,000 individuals.
If you are someone who dries their hands using dryers in public restrooms, you may stop doing so after seeing this. The American company Phone Soap shared this video in which air samples expelled by those dryers were collected, along with a sample of air with the machine turned off. The result was horrifying. Observe the number of bacteria and fungi present in the sample, while in the air sample there is not a single bacterial colony. Scientists have observed that some whale species, such as North Atlantic right whales, show affection by embracing each other with their fins. This behavior, known as belly-to-belly, has been recorded on video and analyzed by researchers. The whales appear to use this gesture to strengthen their social bonds and show affection toward others of their species. Every year, in the city of Ito, Japan, the pillow fighting championship takes place. Although it is considered an ancestral pastime in Japan, the game has been elevated to the status of a national sport. The tournament began in 2013 and has been held annually ever since. The players pretend to be asleep in the arena until the referee blows the whistle, signaling them to get up and look for a pillow to strike the players of the opposing team. A full performance that even includes an official pillow. Orcas are incredibly intelligent and stand out for their cooperative hunting skills. A notable example is when they use their fins to create waves and knock seals off blocks of ice. This strategy demonstrates their ability to communicate and work as a team. Honeybees use scents to communicate depending on their state. When they are calm, they emit an aroma similar to lemon, reflecting calm within the hive. On the other hand, when they are stressed or in danger, they release an alarm pheromone that smells like banana. This pheromone serves to warn other bees of potential threats. A farmer in Michigan used a meteorite as a doorstop for more than 30 years without knowing its value. This meteorite fell near Edmore in the 1930s and was inherited along with the property the farmer bought in 1988. In 2018, he decided to have the rock analyzed and discovered that it was a meteorite composed of iron and nickel. Geologist Mona Serbescu confirmed its authenticity and estimated its value at $100,000. In China, fake belly button stickers are trendy. People place them slightly above their real belly button to make their legs appear longer. This is how the medals of winning athletes are packaged. Here you can see an unboxing of the gold medal won by Walter Wahlberg at the Beijing 2022 Games. A person can survive from 3 to 5 days without water and up to 2 weeks without food, although this depends on factors such as physical condition and exertion. The lack of water is more dangerous, since the kidneys need fluids to filter toxins and maintain vital functions. Without enough water, the body can suffer severe dehydration and organ failure in a short time. Although it is possible to live longer without eating, prolonged absence of food also affects energy and overall health. The iCam is an innovative webcam shaped like a human eye, created by researchers from the Human Computer Interaction Lab at Saarland University in Germany. This camera can move the eyeball, blink, and reflect emotions such as surprise, anger, and boredom. Most interestingly, this open-source project is available on GitHub, allowing anyone to build their own iCam at home. The design of the iCam mimics human anatomy, offering an interactive and realistic experience. It is a project that is both fascinating and a little unsettling. We all know that the salivary glands inside our cheeks are responsible for producing saliva. Have you ever wondered how much saliva your body produces in a day? A healthy person produces between 0.13 and 0.44 gallons of saliva per day. This means that by the time you turn 70 years old, your body will have produced about 7,925 gallons of saliva. Black sapote is a fruit native to Mexico, Central America, and parts of South America. Its dark, soft, and sweet pulp has a flavor surprisingly similar to chocolate pudding when ripe. This resemblance is due to its natural sugars and compounds. Because of its taste and texture, it is popular as a natural and healthy dessert in many regions. Fleas are small but astonishing insects. When they jump, they can reach an acceleration of approximately 100 g, meaning 100 times the force of gravity. This acceleration is much greater than that of a space rocket at liftoff, which is in the range of 3 to 5G. Fleas even surpass the acceleration of the most extreme roller coasters on the planet. For humans, withstanding this acceleration would be impossible due to the limitations of our bodies.
In New York, there is a peculiar law related to haunted houses. The law states that if a house is haunted or has significant paranormal activity, the seller is required to inform the buyer. This rule is based on the belief that houses with a history of paranormal activity can affect property value and a person's decision to buy.
Eric Clavel, 12 years old, built the tallest popsicle stick structure in the world. This incredible creation reached a height of 20.2 feet and was designed in his home. Due to its size, it had to be moved to the yard to be fully assembled. The structure rested on a pyramid-shaped base, which gave it stability. Ostriches are the fastest birds on land, reaching speeds of up to 43 miles per hour over short distances. This incredible performance allows them to escape predators or even keep pace with moving cyclists. The Trapp family, recognized by Guinness World Records, is the tallest family in the world. The couple is made up of Scott Trapp, who is 6 feet 8 inches tall, and Christine Trapp, who is 6 feet 3 inches tall. Their 3 children inherited their height genetically. Savannah Trapp is 6 feet 8 inches tall, Adam Trapp is the tallest at 7 feet 3 inches, and Molly Steed is 6 feet 5 inches tall. The average height of the family is approximately 6 feet 8 inches.
A non-Newtonian fluid is one whose viscosity is not constant and varies according to factors such as temperature or applied force. If handled gently, it behaves like a liquid, but under a fast or intense impact, it can behave like a solid. These fluids have fascinating applications, such as in bulletproof vests made with liquids that harden instantly under impact. They are also used in industrial shock absorbers and sports equipment to improve safety. In baking, yeast plays a key role as a fermentation agent. By metabolizing the sugars present in the dough, it produces carbon dioxide that becomes trapped within the dough's structure. This gas causes the bread to rise, giving it its characteristic shape and fluffy texture. This process is essential for making different types of bread.
Masayoshi Matsumoto is a talented artist who creates extremely realistic and complex balloon figures. His specialty includes marine creatures and insects, and he puts great detail into each of his pieces. This meticulous approach and his unique skill have made him one of the most admired and recognized balloon artists in the world.
The tardigrade, also known as the water bear, is considered one of the most resilient animals in the world. It can survive extreme conditions, such as the vacuum of space, high doses of radiation, extremely low and high temperatures, and it can even dehydrate almost completely and revive after years. Bananas have a curved shape due to a phenomenon called negative geotropism. This process occurs because, as they grow, the fruits seek sunlight by orienting upward and against gravity. This evolutionary adaptation allows them to maximize light exposure in the dense tropical rainforest where they usually grow. The dust we see in light is made up of microscopic particles suspended in the air. This phenomenon occurs due to the tidal effect, which scatters light as it passes through these particles. Although it is often believed that dust is mostly made of dead skin cells, these represent only a portion. The rest includes textile fibers, pollen, mold spores, mites, and other environmental elements.
At first glance, this looks like a very bad fashion show. All the clothing is white. However, the garments are made with photochromic materials that change color when exposed to ultraviolet light. This effect produces bright patterns and vibrant colors, completely transforming the appearance of the pieces.
Albert Einstein, together with Leo Szilard, patented an innovative refrigerator design in 1926. This device, known as the Einstein-Szilard refrigerator, had no moving parts and operated without electricity. It used ammonia, butane, and water as working fluids and operated at constant pressure with an external heat source. Dung beetles, such as Scarabia satirus, use the light of the Milky Way to orient themselves at night. This fascinating behavior allows them to roll their dung balls in a straight line, moving away from competition. Although they cannot distinguish individual stars, they perceive the bright band of the Milky Way as a guide. The ignition of a match is a fascinating chemical phenomenon that can be observed in slow motion. When it ignites, red phosphorus and sulfur react to generate a burst of heat. Shikaku Gangu is a talented creator of mechanical animations who uses everyday objects to bring his projects to life. His works stand out for their creativity, precision, and originality, showcasing fascinating movements in each design. These animations, known as automatons, have gained popularity on social media for their handcrafted and unique approach. The Amazon milk frog, known as Trachycephalus resinifictrix, is an arboreal amphibian species that inhabits the Amazon basin. Its name comes from a milky secretion it uses as a defense mechanism against predators. It is recognized for its mottled skin in shades of brown, white, and green, which allows it to blend into its surroundings.
The flag of Nepal is unique among national flags because it is neither square nor rectangular like the others. Its design is made up of two stacked triangles, representing the Himalayas and the religious symbols of Hinduism and Buddhism. This distinctive shape symbolizes the pride and cultural history of the country.
Some gray horses of the Percheron breed are born black and turn white over the years. This color change is due to a genetic cause involving the interaction of two genes. The gray gene causes progressive depigmentation of the coat over time, resulting in white horses.
The bush viper, known as Atheris hispida, is a venomous species endemic to Central Africa, inhabiting forested areas in countries such as Uganda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It is distinguished by its extremely keeled dorsal scales, which give it a unique bristled appearance.
Castrated male lions do not develop a mane due to the lack of testosterone, a key hormone for its growth. This phenomenon is mainly observed in zoos or reserves, where some lions are castrated for medical or management reasons. Even if they lose or never develop a mane, they are still male. This change does not affect their health, but it does affect their appearance. Pearls form when a foreign body, such as a parasite or a particle, becomes trapped inside an oyster. The mollusk cannot expel it, so it coats it with layers of nacre, composed of calcium carbonate and conchiolin. This coating process creates the pearl over time. Although it is commonly believed that grains of sand cause this phenomenon, organic fragments are actually the main trigger. The Anguloa uniflora orchid, known as the baby cradle orchid, is famous for the shape of its flowers, which resemble a happy baby wrapped in a cradle. This plant is native to the mountains of South America, especially in regions such as Peru. In addition to its unique appearance, its flowers release a pleasant fragrance. This is how racing and extreme sports drivers keep their helmets clean and visibility at 100%. The visors are equipped with disposable tear-off lenses that the driver can remove if they get dirty. When you take a medication, it is absorbed into the bloodstream and distributed to the organs and tissues where it needs to act. Areas with higher blood flow, such as the heart, the liver, the kidneys, and the brain, are the first to receive it. Once at its destination, the medication interacts with cells to produce the desired therapeutic effects. Dogs spin around before lying down as an instinct inherited from their wild ancestors, who trampled tall vegetation to create a comfortable place to sleep. This behavior helps them regulate body temperature and find a comfortable resting position, ensuring comfort and safety. Curved horn spiders are characterized by the long curved spines on the abdomen of the females. These spines vary in size and shape within the species. They often display bright colors such as yellow, red, or white, with black patterns that help deter predators. They belong to the Aranidae family and are experts at weaving orb webs. Greater prairie chickens are birds native to North America. At dawn, males gather in areas called leks to perform courtship displays. During these exhibitions, they display characteristic movements and produce striking sounds to attract females. Yassi Yolkasu, a Turkish illustrator, has stood out for his ability to create calligraphy artworks using unconventional tools such as forks and knives. His impressive pieces of art have captured the attention of thousands online, where he shares videos showing his creative process. Viola Brand is a well-known German artistic cyclist. She is famous for her exceptional skills in artistic cycling and has won multiple national and European championships, standing out for her skill and creativity on the bicycle. Her impressive control and balance have made her a notable figure in the sport. In Sweden, culinary creativity is reflected in pizzas with unusual toppings such as banana and kiwi. These combinations challenge traditional flavors and add an exotic touch to the dining experience. Although they may be surprising, they are popular in some local pizzerias. The Mona Lisa, one of the most famous paintings in the world, is protected at the Louvre Museum in Paris by a layer of bulletproof glass. This security measure was implemented after the painting was subjected to several attempts of vandalism and attacks. The capybara, also known as the carpincho, is the largest rodent in the world. Native to South America, it can reach up to 4.3 feet in length and weigh around 132 pounds.
It lives near bodies of water, as it is an excellent swimmer and depends on humid environments. Its diet is herbivorous, and it plays an important role in the ecosystems it inhabits. When lava comes into contact with ice, a fascinating phenomenon occurs. The extreme heat melts the surface of the ice, forming a thin layer of water that acts as an insulator, known as the Leidenfrost effect. This prevents the ice from melting completely right away. Matt Benedetto, known for his humorous inventions, has created the Jewelry Cooler, an unusual but eye-catching product. This device connects to an air conditioning vent and uses a hose to direct cold air to private areas. Although its purpose is more comedic than practical, it's part of his Unnecessary Invention series, where he explores innovative and amusing ideas.
Jewel beetles of the genus Chrysina are famous for their dazzling iridescent colors that resemble gemstones. These insects inhabit the Americas, from the United States to Colombia and Venezuela, mainly in forests of pines, junipers, and oaks.
Kelvin Helmholtz clouds, also known as waves in the sky, are a rare meteorological phenomenon. These clouds form when there is a difference in wind speed or direction between two adjacent layers of air. This difference in speed generates waves at the interface between the layers, creating the appearance of waves in the sky.
One of the side effects of some chemotherapy drugs, such as capecitabine, is the temporary loss of fingerprint ridges. Fortunately, fingerprints usually return to normal between 2 and 4 weeks after finishing treatment.
The Black Crack is an impressive natural fissure located in Canyonlands National Park in southeastern Utah. With approximately 66 feet of depth and 3.3 feet of width, it is a geological formation that draws attention for its uniqueness.
Some species of small fish have developed strategies to protect themselves from predators, such as sheltering beneath jellyfish. This symbiotic behavior allows them to use the jellyfish's stinging tentacles as a natural shield, preventing them from being attacked.
Llamas use spitting as a defense mechanism or to show displeasure when they feel threatened or annoyed. This behavior is also observed in their social interactions to establish hierarchies. It is a distinctive trait that characterizes them and helps them maintain space or correct other members of the group.
This is an axe weighing approximately 4,409 pounds. Watch how it destroys safes as if they were nothing, a brick wall and a massive stone.
In October of 2024, Marshall Mosher, while flying over the pyramids of Giza in a powered paraglider, captured footage of a dog on top of one of them. The animal was barking at some birds, which caused surprise and quickly went viral on social media. After a few hours, the dog managed to descend from the pyramid unharmed, leaving everyone intrigued about how it got there. The spider-tailed viper, native to Iran, has an incredible hunting tactic. The tip of its tail imitates a spider in both appearance and movement, attracting curious birds. This deception makes them believe it is an easy prey. When the birds get close enough, the snake takes advantage and attacks. This unique behavior is an astonishing example of evolutionary adaptation that maximizes its chances of hunting successfully.
Minoru Yamasaki, a Japanese architect, created the Kumos, a fascinating box-shaped kaleidoscope. This device uses 6 mirrors to generate a visual effect of repeating reflections that create the illusion of infinite space. It is also known as a universe inside a box because of the impressive visual depth it produces.
This strange animal you see on screen is an amphipod, a crustacean related to shrimp. It is transparent to camouflage itself in the darkness of the deep sea. The orange parts are its eyes. Members of a community in the Bay Islands in Brazil recycle aluminum cans to make these amazing costumes, turning recycling into a cultural and artistic expression. The frog Melanobatrachus indicus, known as the galaxy frog, is a species endemic to the Western Ghats in India. Its unique appearance, with a pattern that resembles stars in the sky, makes it a special find. This amphibian spends most of its life underground, emerging only during the rainy season to reproduce. Its rarity and behavior make it difficult to observe, making it a true treasure for biologists and nature photographers. Meet the Doomsday Vault. It is located in the city of Svalbard, near the North Pole. Inside, more than 1 million seeds are stored in case a cataclysm were to occur on our planet. The Global Seed Vault was inaugurated in 2008 to safeguard as many seeds as possible. Its climatic conditions are perfect for this purpose. It is known as the Doomsday Vault because it is capable of withstanding earthquakes, bomb impacts, and other natural disasters.
Frogs do not drink water with their mouths like most animals. Instead, they have the ability to absorb water through their skin, specifically in a region known as the pelvic patch, located on the abdomen.
This process, known as osmoregulation, allows them to hydrate while in humid environments. This method is essential for their survival, especially in habitats where drinking water may be scarce or inaccessible. Bubble soccer is a variation of conventional soccer, in which players wear an inflatable bubble that covers the upper part of their body. This sport is played outdoors, on surfaces such as grass, and the bubbles protect the players, making falls practically painless. Sierra Blair and Jose Irvin, a couple who share a birthday on August 18th, had twins who were born on the same day. This curious coincidence means that the entire family shares the same birthday. The Fagradalsfjall volcano in Iceland erupted in March of 2021 after more than 800 years of inactivity. This natural event attracted curious visitors and residents. Some people took advantage of the hot lava to roast sausages and marshmallows, capturing surprising images. Scientists were able to anticipate this phenomenon, allowing the population to prepare. Charles Alley, an American sprinter in Masters categories, is recognized for his outstanding athletic performance. At over 70 years old, he has set several world records in his age group, including the 200 meters with a time of 25.75 seconds. Chicken Island, also known as Koh Gai, is located in the province of Krabi, Thailand. Its name comes from a rock formation on the island that resembles the head of a chicken. There is a video game that was designed to train McDonald's employees in Japan in 2010. The restaurant collaborated with Nintendo to release the eSmart, whose initials stand for Employee Smart Training. In the video game, players learn how to fry the fries, prepare combo meals, and even how to serve food. A special Nintendo DS with a McDonald's logo was also created. Today, both the video game and the console are highly sought after by collectors due to their rarity. Crayola has released a set of crayons with all skin tone colors. The box is called Colors of the World. According to the company, its intention is to cultivate a more inclusive world for children of all ages, races, cultures, and ethnicities. Each of the seeds of this wild oat has two bristles called awns. Once the seeds fall to the ground, their awns do something extraordinary. They move and make the seed walk. They use humidity to contract and expand, allowing them to roll across the ground. They keep doing this until they reach a damp, dark place, such as a crack or beneath a rock. Karen's Diner is a restaurant famous for its intentionally rude service and its peculiar approach, where waiters argue with customers and insult them. This unusual establishment has several locations in Australia, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and Singapore. Customers who visit this restaurant know in advance how they will be treated and find this unique experience entertaining. Despite its intentionally bad service, Karen's Diner offers good burgers. St. Elmo's fire is a meteorological phenomenon that occurs during intense electrical storms. It appears as a bluish or violet glow on metallic and pointed objects, such as ship masts or antennas. This effect is caused by the ionization of the air produced by strong electric fields. It was first observed on vessels at sea, where it received its name in honor of St. Elmo, the patron saint of sailors. Did you know there is a contest to choose the ugliest dog in the world? It is held every year at the end of June in California, in the United States, as part of the Sonoma Marin Fair since 1970. The owner of the pet that wins the title of the world's ugliest dog receives a trophy, $1,500, and an all-expenses-paid trip to New York City. The Vabs Rider is an innovative bicycle seat designed for greater comfort and ergonomics. It is made up of two halves that move independently in rhythm with pedaling, improving pressure distribution. In addition, it allows for personalized adjustments in angle and width, adapting to the needs of each user. Nigel John Stanford, a musician from New Zealand, surprised the world with his music video Automatica. For this project, he programmed industrial robots that were capable of playing various musical instruments. The Sentinelese are an isolated tribe that lives on North Sentinel Island in the Andaman Islands archipelago in the Indian Ocean. They are estimated to have inhabited the region for around 60,000 years, maintaining a traditional lifestyle based on hunting, fishing, and gathering fruit. Their extreme isolation leads them to reject any contact with the outside world, thus preserving their culture intact and away from modern technology. Spreuerhofstrasse, located in Reutling, Germany, is famous for being the narrowest street in the world according to the Guinness Book of Records. Its width varies between 12 inches at its narrowest point and 20 inches at its widest, forcing visitors to walk sideways to avoid hitting the walls. Some aquariums and zoos organize bubble parties for penguins as part of enrichment activities. These parties consist of releasing bubbles into their habitats, which stimulates their curiosity and natural play behavior.
Tonki is a female Shar-Pei dog known for her appearance that resembles an adorable plush toy. Since birth, she became famous on social media thanks to her unique and charismatic look. Her owner, Christine Park, shares images of Tonki on her Instagram account, Tonki Bear, which gained thousands of followers.
In winter, ladybugs gather in large groups to hibernate and protect themselves from extreme cold. This strategy helps them regulate their body temperature, which is crucial for their survival during this period. They can also find mates to reproduce in spring, ensuring the continuity of their species.
Starfish have an impressive ability to regenerate. These creatures can rebuild complete limbs, even if they have lost most of them. For example, even if only one arm and a fragment of their body remain, they can regenerate completely. As long as their central disc remains intact, the starfish can return to its original state.
In Croatia, there's a museum called Froggyland that features more than 500 taxidermed frogs placed in poses that simulate human activities, such as playing tennis or performing as acrobats in a circus. When a hard-boiled egg is cooked in the microwave, the heat causes steam to build up inside because it has no way to escape. This can cause the egg to explode, either inside the microwave or when handling it afterward. Pangolins can temporarily adopt a bipedal posture. When they do, they use their hind legs to support themselves while keeping their front legs raised, usually to carry objects or dig. Industrial shredders are powerful machines designed to break down almost any material, from metals to plastics and wood. Their strength and versatility make them key tools in industries such as recycling and construction. These machines stand out for their ability to handle objects of different sizes and hardness levels. Watching them in action is fascinating, as they combine brute force with precision.
Commercial pilots often receive tributes upon retirement, and one of the most common is the water cannon salute at the airport. This symbolic gesture celebrates their career and dedication. Polarized lenses are designed to reduce glare caused by light reflecting off surfaces such as water. This improves visibility by eliminating reflections, making it easier to distinguish objects like fish below the surface. They are especially useful for activities such as fishing or water sports.
Dinosaur fossils have been discovered on every continent, including Antarctica, demonstrating their global presence during the Mesozoic era. However, the highest concentration of findings is found in North America and Europe, where extensive excavations and paleontological studies have been carried out. In some bars in Belgium, such as the famous Doule Griet bar in Ghent, customers are asked to leave one of their shoes as a deposit when ordering a beer in a special glass called Max. The shoes are placed in baskets hanging from the ceiling and are returned when the customer brings the glass back. The hooded grebe, a species endemic to southern Patagonia, performs a unique courtship dance as part of its mating ritual. This behavior includes synchronized movements and striking displays between pairs that resemble a choreography. It is a critically endangered species, making its conservation especially important.
Hummingbirds can enter a state called torpor when temperatures drop or food is scarce. This state is similar to a mini hibernation in which their metabolism is drastically reduced and their body temperature drops to conserve energy. Although not all of them do it, some species can adopt unusual positions, such as hanging upside down.
Sea urchins have 5 teeth arranged in a circle on the underside of their bodies. They use them to cling to surfaces and scrape algae from rocky areas. The runway at Gibraltar Airport is one of the most dangerous in the world because it crosses a roadway. When an airplane is taking off or landing, the street is closed to prevent accidents. For a pilot to operate on this runway, they must pass numerous tests, as a high level of experience and control of the aircraft is required.
The airport on the Caribbean island of St. Bartholomew has a short runway that ends near St. Jean Beach. Airplanes make steep approaches from a nearby hill, causing them to pass very close to cars and beachgoers in the area. During summer, in regions above the Arctic Circle, the sun never sets, providing 24 hours of daylight. This phenomenon, known as the midnight sun, occurs because the Earth's axis is tilted toward the sun, allowing it to remain visible on the horizon for several weeks.
The first photograph of lightning was taken in 1882 by William Jennings, an American photographer. This achievement marked a milestone in the history of photography, as it captured the precise instant of a lightning strike during an electrical storm.
The tomato is botanically a fruit because it develops from the ovary of a flower and contains seeds. However, in cooking, it is commonly classified as a vegetable due to its predominant use in savory dishes. This duality between its scientific and culinary classification makes it a unique and versatile food. The tomato is essential in many cultures, adapting to both simple and complex preparations.
The albedo is the white layer found between the peel and the segments of an orange, and although we usually remove it, it contains many nutrients, even more than the juice and the segments.
Every hair on the human body is associated with a small muscle called the erector pili muscle, which contracts when it receives signals from the nervous system, producing goosebumps. This reflex, known as piloerection, is an evolutionary vestige inherited from our ancestors. In animals with abundant fur, it helps them appear larger to predators and also helps conserve heat by lifting the hair and trapping air.
In Turkey, tulum peyniri is a traditional cheese made from raw sheep's milk and aged in goatskin bags. This unique production method gives it a distinctive flavor and a special texture.
Crickets, being cold-blooded creatures, adjust their chirping rate according to ambient temperature, which allows it to be estimated using Dolbear's law. To calculate it, count the chirps in 15 seconds, add 40, and you will obtain the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit.
Scorpion venom is one of the most expensive liquids in the world. Its costs can reach more than $37 million per gallon due to its unique properties and medical applications. This venom is highly valued for identifying cancer cells in the brain and spinal cord. In addition, some of its components can regulate insulin and help treat diabetes.
A team of students from Utah State University created a wall climbing machine called Ascending Aegis, based on an adapted vacuum cleaner. It runs on a battery that lasts about 30 minutes and uses 2 vacuum pads that create an airtight seal when pressed against vertical surfaces. The vacuum suction reinforces adhesion, allowing effective climbing.
Copenhagen, also known as Amagerbakke, is a waste incineration plant in Copenhagen, Denmark, that combines sustainability and innovation. In addition to generating energy from waste, it features an artificial ski slope on its roof, unique in the world. This space includes hiking trails and a climbing wall, turning it into a multifunctional urban center.
Francisco de Pajaro, known as Art is Trash, is a Spanish street artist who creates art using garbage and discarded objects. He currently works in London, where he transforms waste into unique and creative figures. His approach combines humor, social criticism, and a provocative style, giving new life to what others consider useless.
Dolly was the first mammal cloned from an adult cell, an achievement accomplished by scientists Ian Wilmot and Keith Campbell at the Roslin Institute in Edinburgh, Scotland. She was born on July 5, 1996, but her existence was not announced until February 22, 1997. Dolly died on February 14, 2003, and her taxidermied remains are displayed at the National Museum of Scotland.
Chaw Smith, at 70 years old, accomplished a unique challenge to celebrate his birthday. He ran 7 marathons on 7 different continents over 7 consecutive days. This incredible achievement took place between January 25 and 31 of 2017 as part of the 777 Quest Challenge. He participated in marathons in places as diverse as Australia, Singapore, Egypt, the Netherlands, New York, Chile, and Antarctica.
In 1994, Bill Gates participated in an advertising campaign to demonstrate the storage capacity of compact discs. In an iconic photo, he's seen holding a compact disc while sitting on 2 enormous stacks of paper, representing the amount of information a single compact disc could store, equivalent to approximately 700 megabytes. Soon, it will be possible to print human organs thanks to 3-dimensional printers. Scientists, doctors, and specialists are working on advanced research to develop 3-dimensional bioprinters capable of creating skin, organs, bones, and joints. These printers will build thin layers of biomaterials to form customized pieces adapted to the needs of each individual. Volcano boarding, also known as sandboarding, is an extreme sport in which participants climb a volcano and slide down one of its slopes on a board. During the activity, participants may be exposed to toxic gases, impacts from flying molten lava, falls, cuts from hardened volcanic ash, and even disease. Cerro Negro in Nicaragua is a popular destination for this activity.
In Japan, there is a cafe where the waiters are robots operated by people with limited physical abilities. The place offers work to those who cannot leave their homes due to conditions that restrict their movement. The robots have a camera, speakers, and sensors to avoid obstacles. The information that allows them to move is transmitted by the person through a tablet with an internet connection, enabling them to see their surroundings, speak with customers, and carry objects. The analog gate without electricity allows automatic opening when vehicles pass through by means of a mechanical system. It works with a movable ramp connected to levers, activated when the vehicle drives over it. Counterweights then close the gate automatically. It is a practical device that operates without the need for electrical energy.
Unlike movies and television shows, in space there is no sound due to the lack of air to transmit sound waves. Outer space is an almost perfect vacuum, which prevents sound from propagating. On Earth, sound waves travel through molecules of air, water, or solids, but in space, these molecules are absent. So in reality, space is completely silent, unless you are inside a spacecraft or a spacesuit, where there is a medium that can carry sound. Dolph Volker, a volunteer and cheetah expert, developed a special bond with 3 captive cheetahs in South Africa. During his work at the Cheetah Experience Breeding Center, he was authorized to share naps with these felines, which curled up beside him, showing trust and affection. These cheetahs were raised close to humans from a young age, which facilitated their interaction. The hippopotamus is considered one of the most dangerous animals in Africa due to its territorial and aggressive nature. Although they are herbivores, they are responsible for more human deaths on the continent than other large animals such as lions or elephants. They possess impressive strength and can move quickly on land and in water. As babies, their cute appearance contrasts with the danger they represent as they grow. Marcus Mad Max Stokel, an Austrian cyclist, managed to reach a speed of 104 miles per hour on a standard mountain bike in 2017. This impressive record was set in the Atacama Desert, Chile, as part of his VMAX project. He used a slope of 3,937 feet and his technical expertise to break his own world record. The giant squid, one of the largest and most mysterious creatures in the ocean, has enormous eyes that can reach a diameter of up to 11 inches. These eyes allow them to detect prey in the dark depths of the ocean and are crucial for their survival. The YouTuber Airrack and his team, together with Pizza Hut, managed to create the largest pizza in the world in Los Angeles in January of 2023. This gigantic pizza had a surface area of approximately 13,950 square feet, equivalent to 5 tennis courts. All the ingredients were provided by Pizza Hut to complete this challenge. Once ready, the pizza slices were donated to charitable organizations to help people in need in the city. Watch how a baby Philippine eagle is fed using a puppet. With the help of this puppet, caretakers prevent the chick from becoming accustomed to human presence and ensure it will not have problems when released into the wild. The Peel P50, manufactured by Peel Engineering in the 1960s, is the smallest car in history. This 3-wheeled microcar measures approximately 4 feet 6 inches long, 3 feet 3 inches wide, and around 3 feet 3 inches tall. Its compact design includes a door, a windshield wiper, and a headlight, intended to be a practical urban vehicle. Byron Schlenker, originally from Syracuse, New York, holds the Guinness record for having the widest tongue in the world. His tongue measures 3.5 inches wide. This exceptional trait turned him into a global curiosity and brought him recognition in the world of records. His daughter also holds a Guinness record for the widest female tongue in the world. Paper can be recycled up to 6 times, since cellulose fibers progressively weaken with each recycling cycle. After this limit, the fibers lose their structure and are no longer suitable for creating new paper. In Sweden, there is allemansrätten, a right that allows anyone to freely enjoy nature. This right includes walking, briefly camping, and collecting food on uncultivated private land. However, respect for private property, the environment, and wildlife is required. Titanic tickets were extremely expensive. First-class cabins cost £30 at the time, which today would be roughly $4,000. Second-class cabins cost £12, equivalent to about $500 today. The McKinley Explorer is a luxury train that offers panoramic views of Alaska thanks to its enormous dome-style windows. This train connects cities such as Anchorage, Talkeetna, and Denali National Park, providing a unique experience for travelers. Its windows allow passengers to admire breathtaking natural landscapes, including mountains, rivers, and wildlife. The original name of Nike was Blue Ribbon Sports, and it was founded in 1964 by Phil Knight and his track and field coach Bill Bowerman. However, it wasn't until 1971 that it adopted the name Nike, inspired by the Greek goddess of victory. The famous brand logo, the swoosh, was designed by a graphic design student named Carolyn Davidson for only $35. Today, that logo is one of the most recognizable in the world.
Although it was not highly valued at first, when the company began to succeed, Phil Knight awarded Davidson shares in the company as a thank you, which made her a millionaire. This is the largest wine barrel in the world. It is located at Heidelberg Castle in Germany. It is 271 years old and can hold approximately 57,851 gallons. It measures approximately 23 feet wide by 28 feet long. Medications are not fortune tellers, but they act like detectants in the human body as they dissolve into the bloodstream and travel through the system searching for specific receptors. When they find these receptors, they block pain or relieve discomfort, helping us feel better. So even though medications do not understand pain maps, they are small chemical heroes that effectively improve our well-being. In Sweden, a Norway spruce called Old Chico is considered one of the oldest living trees in the world, with an estimated age of more than 9,560 years. This tree has survived for millennia thanks to a natural cloning system that allows it to regenerate itself. The fingerdama is a miniature version of the kendama, a traditional Japanese toy. Its compact design allows it to be manipulated exclusively with the fingers, making it a unique challenge of skill and coordination. Like the traditional kendama, the fingerdama requires precision to perform tricks. You are looking at the tallest sandcastle in the world. It was created in Germany in 2019 and reaches a height of 58 feet, using approximately 24 million pounds of sand, 2 sculptors, and 8 international technicians who built it in 3.5 weeks. The diameter of the castle's circular base measures approximately 85 feet. Remarkably, there is no internal structure supporting the castle. The sand is held together only with water, as no additives were mixed in to prevent it from collapsing. A stray cat entered the enclosure of a lynx at the Leningrad Zoo, while both were still babies, searching for food. Surprisingly, the lynx accepted the cat, forming a unique and unexpected bond. From that moment on, they have lived together, developing a friendship that has lasted for more than 10 years. This book is made entirely of grass. The plant's roots grow over a guide template with letters and diagrams. As they grow, they fill in the spaces and form the words and drawings. It is truly a work of art. The human stomach can store between 0.26 and 0.40 gallons of food and liquids, depending on the person. When empty, its capacity is around 1.7 fluid ounces, and it is approximately the size of a fist. This flexible organ can expand when food is ingested, adapting to the amounts consumed. Over 70 years, it is estimated that the stomach processes about 13,200 gallons of liquids and around 66,000 pounds of food. Its ability to adapt is key to digestion and energy supply for the body. Brian Stanley, known as bionic machinist, lost an eye due to retinoblastoma, but instead of using a conventional prosthetic, he created a unique and functional one. His prosthetics include LED lights that can function as flashlights for up to 20 hours without overheating or causing discomfort. In an average Major League Baseball game, between 8 and 10 dozen baseballs are used. This means that between 96 and 120 balls can be used per game. The balls are frequently replaced during the game for various reasons, such as when they become dirty or damaged. The King Dakar roller coaster, located at the Six Flags Great Adventure Park in New Jersey, United States, is the tallest in the world with an impressive height of 456 feet. In addition, it reaches a speed of 128 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds, establishing itself as one of the fastest on the planet. Recent studies have shown that approximately 33% of fish sold in supermarkets and restaurants are mislabeled. This problem, known as species substitution, occurs globally and has been identified through DNA analysis. This is Forpheus, the first ping pong instructor robot in the world. It was created by the Japanese company Omron, and unlike other machines used to practice this sport, this robot not only launches balls, but can actually play table tennis with a person. This is possible because it has built-in artificial intelligence. In this way, it knows how to decide where and how to hit the balls. Best of all, the level of play can be chosen so the robot is neither too easy nor too difficult to defeat. Some medical centers are using virtual reality headsets to distract children when they receive an injection. Watch how a character places a magical gem on the child's arm at the exact moment they are injected. This cheerful stimulus distracts them and prevents them from focusing on the pain. Antonio Romero Montero has the largest video game collection in the world, recognized by Guinness World Records. His collection exceeds 24,000 titles from various consoles and began in 1987 when he was only 10 years old.
In addition, he owns a wide variety of consoles on which these video games can be played. From a young age, Antonio dreamed of assembling a unique collection, and today he has achieved that dream, becoming a reference in the history of video games.
The stones or gravel you see on railroad tracks, called ballast, help stabilize the rails by evenly distributing the weight of trains and preventing unwanted movement. In addition, they improve drainage, allowing water to flow and not accumulate, which is essential to prevent structural damage. Ballast also prevents the growth of weeds that could destabilize the rails.
This house, which appears ordinary, is actually the oldest house in New York City. Its construction dates back to around the year 1650, almost 400 years ago. In its time, it was occupied by a Dutch family who emigrated to the United States. Today, the Wyckoff House, the oldest house in New York, is a museum that you can visit to learn about the history of its first owners. The helicopter from Lackner Helicopters, designed to be operated using a balance-based system, was intended for use by soldiers with basic training. Although promising in theory, the project faced problems due to its difficulty of control and risks to operators. After 2 accidents during testing, the project was canceled. The Nike logo, known as the swoosh, was designed in 1971 by Carolyn Davidson, a graphic design student, for only $35. Although it did not initially impress Nike's founders, the logo became one of the most recognizable in the world. In 1983, as a gesture of gratitude, Nike awarded Davidson a diamond ring featuring the logo and a package of company stock. Giraffes do not have vocal cords. Instead of producing sounds, they generate infrasound that is inaudible to humans, but can be detected by other animals over long distances. Didim is an innovative virtual platform that combines exercise and augmented reality. It projects images onto the floor, creating an interactive and dynamic experience for users. Participants must jump, run, and dodge the images to accumulate points. Each year, more than 1 million amputations are performed worldwide, driving the growth of the bionic prosthetics market. An innovative example is the Soft Foot Pro, a prosthetic foot designed by the Italian Institute of Technology. This device mimics the anatomy of a human foot and allows movements such as kneeling or squatting with ease. The Earth formed approximately 4,600,000,000 years ago from the accumulation of material in the protoplanetary disk surrounding the young sun. This process, known as accretion, involved collisions and mergers of rocks and other materials in space. Over time, the Earth differentiated into distinct layers, including a solid crust, a semi-liquid mantle, and a metallic core. Clothes hangers are usually manufactured using specialized machines that cut and bend metal into the required shapes. This automated process allows hangers to be produced efficiently and in large quantities.
Domestic cats and tigers share a common ancestor that lived approximately 15 million years ago. This genetic connection translates into a 95% similarity in their DNA, which explains certain shared behaviors. For example, both cats and tigers mark their territory and stalk their prey with precision and elegance. GoGo is a virtual training system for dogs that uses games and challenges to mentally stimulate pets. This device has 2 cameras that detect the dog's movements, and when a task is completed correctly, the dog is rewarded with a treat. Spoons and forks are usually made from stainless steel or other metals. The process includes cutting the metal into sheets, shaping it using machines that apply pressure to form it, and making additional cuts to define details such as the teeth of a fork. BMW introduced an innovative technology called e-ink, which allows the body panels of certain vehicles to change color in response to electrical stimuli. This technology uses microcapsules with electrically charged pigments that, when activated, change the visible color on the surface of the vehicle. The Pepsi logo has undergone several modifications over the years. In 1898, the brand adopted its first logo, featuring the words Pepsi-Cola in cursive lettering. Since then, the logo has evolved to reflect design trends and the brand's identity. The deepest hole ever made by humans is the Kola Super Deep Borehole, located on the Kola Peninsula in Russia. This hole reaches a depth of approximately 40,230 feet and was drilled between 1970 and 1989. If the Earth were an onion, this hole would barely reach the first layer of its skin, since the Earth's crust has a thickness of approximately 31 to 43 miles. The Spaniard Miguel de Cervantes and the famous William Shakespeare are considered the greatest exponents of Spanish and English literature. It is curious that both died on April 23, 1616. Hyams Beach, located in Jervis Bay, Australia,
holds the Guinness World Record for having the whitest sand in the world. Its distinctive bright white color is due to its composition, which is primarily quartz. This beach is a very popular tourist destination because of its unique beauty and extraordinarily luminous sand.
Harihar Fort, located in the Nashik district of India, is an impressive attraction. To reach the top, visitors must climb steep stairs carved directly into the mountain, with an almost vertical inclination of 80 degrees. This challenging ascent is open to the public, but it is done at each visitor's own risk. Carl Bushby, a British man and former paratrooper, began the Goliath expedition in 1998 with the goal of becoming the first person to walk an uninterrupted route around the world. The journey covers more than 36,040 miles, and Bushby originally estimated it would take him between 7 and 8 years to complete. However, after 26 years facing numerous challenges, he has still not finished. In 2024, he managed to cross the Caspian Sea with the help of a team. He is currently moving towards the final stage of his journey with the goal of reaching the United Kingdom. The cassowary, native to Australia and New Guinea, is the most dangerous bird in the world. With a height of up to 5 feet 11 inches and sharp claws, it can run up to 31 miles per hour and jump higher than the average human. Its legs can inflict serious injuries, making it a formidable opponent and a creature worthy of respect.
Steam-powered motorcycles are real and operate using a system similar to that of classic trains. They use a steam engine as their source of propulsion and produce a distinctive sound reminiscent of old locomotives.
Pagani was founded in 1992 by Argentine engineer Horacio Pagani in Modena, Italy. Before establishing his own brand, Horacio worked at Lamborghini, where he gained experience in the manufacturing of high-performance cars. Pagani is known for its extremely exclusive and uniquely designed vehicles, such as the Zonda and the Huayma. A distinctive aspect of Pagani is its meticulous attention to detail and the use of advanced materials such as carbon fiber, which not only improves performance but also gives its vehicles a striking appearance. Each Pagani is handcrafted and highly customizable, making them true works of art on wheels.
The average weight of a cloud is several hundred tons. Although clouds appear light and fluffy, they can contain a surprising amount of water. The average weight of a large, dense storm cloud can reach approximately 1,212,542 pounds.
Chameleons change color mainly in response to external stimuli, such as temperature, light, and emotional state. This is due to specialized cells in their skin called chromatophores, which contain pigments and expand or contract to alter the chameleon's appearance, helping with communication, camouflage, and thermal regulation.
Fishing boats, especially those designed for the open sea, are built to withstand extreme weather conditions, including storms and strong waves. Their stability depends on robust designs with deep keels and low centers of gravity that allow them to face large swells. Robotic is an automated chisel powered by self-programming software. This innovative robot was created by Giacomo Massari and Filippo Tincolini in Italy. Robotic is capable of replicating impressive works of art, especially in marble and stone. Its advanced technology allows it to carve minute and complex details with astonishing precision. This robot has revolutionized the art world, making it possible to create sculptures that are almost indistinguishable from original masterpieces. The Xtura Sim hoverbike, developed by the Japanese company ALI Technologies, is a flying motorcycle that has captured worldwide attention with its futuristic design. It can fly for 40 minutes and reach speeds of up to 62 miles per hour. Its appearance and capabilities have been compared to the speed bikes from Star Wars. Kieran Riley, a British BMX cyclist, achieved the first triple backflip flare in history. This trick, considered one of the most difficult, consists of performing 3 backward flips along with a 180-degree rotation at the end. This video shows us how ocean currents interact. Warm water is less dense, so it rises above cold water. Ibrahim Hamatu, an Egyptian Paralympic athlete, lost both arms in a train accident when he was 10 years old. Despite this, he learned to play table tennis by holding the paddle with his mouth. Hamatu has competed in the Paralympic Games and has demonstrated impressive skill, winning matches against people with arms. His story is an inspiring testimony of determination and personal resilience.
The Koenigsegg Regera holds the record for reaching 249 miles per hour, the fastest. It achieves this in just 28.81 seconds.
The Brick Wall, a YouTube channel known for its creative Lego projects, built a sewing machine made entirely from Lego pieces.
This machine has no motor and is operated manually, just like old-fashioned sewing machines. The project shows how Lego pieces can be used to create functional devices.
The phenomenon of zodiacal light is observed in the night skies. This diffuse glow is visible in tropical latitudes and is best seen just before sunrise or after sunset. Zodiacal light is caused by the scattering of sunlight through interplanetary dust, located in the plane of the ecliptic of the solar system.
The works of Mexican artist Gabriel Dawe, especially his Plexus series, are composed of thousands of multicolored threads that create the illusion of light rays or rainbows. These internationally recognized installations explore the visible spectrum of light and transform spaces with their impressive interplay of colors.
This simulation shows how important it is to cover our mouth with our forearm when sneezing. Observe the difference in the spread of the sneeze. The airline Air New Zealand plans to install cabins called Skynest on its aircraft. These cabins will include bunks designed so that economy-class passengers can reserve them and rest during long flights. Each bunk will be available for 4-hour periods, with bedding and amenities such as USB ports and privacy curtains.
Coca-Cola sells its soft drinks all over the world except in only 2 countries, Cuba and North Korea. The brand was officially in the Caribbean countries' market until 1960, when the company had to liquidate and leave the nation. However, the drinks later began to be imported from Mexico, which resulted in a price increase. In the case of North Korea, Coca-Cola has never entered the market, although bottles and cans of the brand have also arrived, possibly imported through China.
This is Ada, the prototype of a home cleaning robot. It is trained and programmed by a human specifically for the measurements and dimensions of your home.
In 2012, the bank JP Morgan Chase suffered a loss of $6 billion due to the incident known as the London Whale. This error was partly due to problems in Excel spreadsheets used in the risk model, where risks were underestimated because of formula errors. This event highlighted the importance of using more sophisticated and secure tools in financial institutions to avoid costly mistakes.
What you see on screen is a strange melted soda machine. This object became famous on social media after its photograph was published. The melted machine is located in the city of Nasu, Japan, specifically at Trickartopia, a tourist attraction that allows visitors to interact with and take photos with 3-dimensional artworks. This sculpture was created to represent the hot days in Japan.
Soda cans have a cylindrical shape for purely anatomical reasons, as they are easier to hold in the hand while drinking. The cylindrical shape of soda cans is a practical and functional choice that offers efficiency in space usage, structural strength, and ease of manufacturing. Brickle is a creator known on social media, where he shares instructions for building miniature vending machines and other designs using Lego pieces. Heinz launched a product called the Heinz Packet Roller, a small device designed to squeeze out every last drop of sauce from disposable packets. This compact gadget, which also works as a keychain, includes a roller to flatten the packets and a cutter to open them easily. This is how Michael Jackson managed to lean forward on stage during the performance of Smooth Criminal. These hollow-heeled shoes latch onto hooks in the floor, allowing him to do it without falling. The term on the dot, which we use to indicate an exact time, comes from the use of the word dot to refer to a marker or signal. In the Middle Ages, clocks were mechanical and often had a hand that marked the exact hour. By saying on the dot, it indicated that the time was precise, like a dot on a line. This expression has endured over the centuries, symbolizing precision and punctuality in time. In the year 2019, an American farmer harvested a giant pumpkin weighing 882 pounds and decided to turn it into a kind of kayak. His name is Justin Ownby, and he took on the task of carving this small boat. Apparently, Justin bought a special seed from a pumpkin that had set a record the previous year by weighing 1,699 pounds. In this curious video by Redside, we can see how many Earths would fit inside other planets in our solar system: 30 in Neptune, 470 in Saturn, and 820 in Jupiter. The Corpus Museum in the Netherlands is an interactive space dedicated to human anatomy and biology. Its main attraction is an educational tour that simulates a journey through the inside of the human body, from the knee to the brain. This museum, with a structure 115 feet tall, offers activities and workshops for all ages. Olivier Rioux, a Canadian teenager, is recognized as the tallest in the world according to Guinness World Records, with an impressive height of 7 feet 6 inches. He has stood out for his participation in basketball.
His extraordinary height makes him a striking and unique figure wherever he goes, attracting attention both in sports and beyond.
Let me introduce you to Yoyoka Soma, a girl who performs amazing drum covers. She is an elementary school student who began playing drums in a family band at 8 years old. Her parents shared a clip of her playing Get Back for an audition in the Hit Like a Girl competition. The video caught the attention of several major media outlets and became so popular that it even reached Chad Smith, the drummer of the famous rock band Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The largest ice cream cone in the world was created in Norway by the company Henning Olsen in 2015. It was 9.8 feet tall, with 209 pounds of wafer, 132 pounds of chocolate coating, and 264 gallons of ice cream. Instead of maple syrup, strawberry jam was used to complete this incredible creation. This cone became a world record, standing out for its size and extravagance. In April of 2024, the Flycart 30 drone made the first delivery on Mount Everest, marking a historic milestone in high-altitude logistics. This drone transported 33 pounds of essential supplies, including oxygen bottles, from base camp to Camp 1. The drone can carry out crucial deliveries regardless of the time of day, which can be a lifesaver in emergency situations. The Bali duck is one of the oldest breeds and originated on the island of Bali, Indonesia. These ducks are used by farmers in rice fields to control pests, as they feed on insects and other organisms that could damage crops.
Mount Thor, located in Auyuitug National Park on Baffin Island, Canada, has the longest vertical drop in the world, with a height of approximately 4,100 feet. This drop is completely vertical, and in some sections even has an overhang angle of 105 degrees.
Since the creation of Formula One, pit stops have evolved in an impressive way. In the 1950s, these stops lasted more than 1 minute, but today teams can change all 4 tires in just a few seconds.
The hummingbird is the only bird capable of flying backward, a skill that distinguishes it in the animal kingdom. This ability is due to the unique shape of its wings, which can rotate at an angle of 180 degrees. In addition, they have specialized musculature that allows them to move their wings through a full range of motion.
Ida, the first ultra-realistic humanoid robot created by Engineered Arts, has revolutionized contemporary art. It uses artificial intelligence, cameras in its eyes, and a robotic arm to create paintings, sculptures, and poetry. Ida has participated in prestigious international events, such as the Venice Biennale, highlighting its cultural impact. In 2024, one of its works was sold for more than $1 million, attracting worldwide attention.
The oldest musical instrument in the world is a flute made from vulture bone. It was discovered in the Hohlefels cave in Germany, and this ancient flute is approximately between 35,000 and 40,000 years old. It is believed to have been used by early Homo sapiens. Its discovery in 2009 by German archaeologists revealed the skill of our prehistoric ancestors.
Grizzly bears required large territories with an estimated average of 39 square miles to develop properly. This space allows them to search for food, reproduce, and avoid conflicts with other bears. In Romania, although there are no grizzly bears, the largest population of brown bears in Europe lives there, with close to 6,000 individuals. Due to overpopulation, the Romanian government allows regulated hunting of these animals, adjusting the number of permits according to conservation studies. Singapore Changi Airport, recognized as one of the best in the world, has a slide that allows passengers to slide towards certain areas of the airport, including zones near the waiting lounges.
The first trees that existed were Archaeopteryx during the Devonian period, around 380 million years ago. These primitive trees belonging to the Progymnosperm family had woody trunks and fern-like fronds. Ginkgo biloba is also mentioned as a living fossil, being one of the oldest species.
This is how professional javelin throwers prepare. This peculiar device simulates the motion they perform when throwing the javelin. These tools help improve accuracy, strength, and coordination, which are essential elements for a successful throw. Samsung is creating a series of robots that help us with household cleaning. This particular one is called Bot Handy, and it can place dishes in the dishwasher, set the table, pick up dirty clothes, and store groceries. Hummingbird wings allow them to perform aerial maneuvers and flap faster than any other bird, using a figure-8 motion. On average, they can flap up to 53 times per second. The Anna's hummingbird has the fastest wing beat, reaching up to 90 beats per second. This makes it the bird with the fastest wing beat in the world. Hummingbirds flap rapidly to stay airborne and access nectar from flowers.
The human eye, with an astonishing resolution of 576 megapixels, far surpasses modern photographic cameras, which generally have between 12 and 108 megapixels. This difference is due to the complexity of the eye, which contains millions of photoreceptors and a brain processing system that continuously reconstructs images with new information.
Baohute, a Japanese brand known for its accessories for gamers, created the Meowguru hoodie. This garment includes a padded pocket on the front, specifically designed so that cats can rest comfortably while their owners work, play video games, or do other activities.
When we observe the starry sky, we are seeing light that has traveled hundreds or thousands of years from the stars to reach us. This happens because light has a finite speed, and the distances in the universe are immensely large. Therefore, what we see is an image of the past, reflecting how the stars were at the moment they emitted that light.
In the vacuum of space, an inert body would decompose differently than on Earth. The lack of oxygen and exposure to solar radiation could slow the decomposition process, but eventually the body would break down due to molecular disintegration caused by cosmic radiation and other environmental factors. The company's Smile Clouds prints shapes and messages in soap clouds. They are so light that they float up into the air. There is an application that you can only access when you have less than 5% battery. It is called Die With Me. It is a chat where you can talk with people whose batteries are about to run out. Jetpacks are flying devices powered by jet engines or rockets designed to carry a person. Although their everyday use is still limited, they represent a promising advance in transportation. Some models, such as those from Jetpack Aviation, are available with a starting price of $400,000. These devices can reach speeds of more than 50 miles per hour, depending on the model.
The names of countries were established over time through various historical and cultural processes. In many cases, they derive from indigenous languages, geographic names, or historical leaders. In other cases, they were imposed by colonizers or adapted from foreign languages.
Metal panels with diamond-shaped textures, known as diamond plate pattern, are common on trucks and other vehicles. This design serves multiple practical purposes. The texture helps refract light, reducing glare caused by the sun for drivers traveling behind.
Institut Le Rosey in Switzerland is the most expensive school in the world, with an annual tuition of approximately $130,000. Founded in 1880, it is known as the School of Kings and has educated figures such as the Shah of Iran, King Juan Carlos of Spain, and the Aga Khan. This exclusive boarding school has two campuses, one in Rolle, near Lake Geneva, and another in Gstaad, where students move in winter to enjoy its private ski resort. It also offers luxury facilities, such as a theater, an art center, and a yacht.
Let me introduce you to Neil Harbison, the first cyborg in history. He was born with a condition called achromatopsia that made him see everything in black and white, so he decided to install a system to enhance his perception. In 2004, he managed to have a group of doctors implant an antenna into his brain that not only allows him to see colors, but also to perceive those invisible to humans, such as infrared and ultraviolet. He can also hear the frequency of each color and even watch videos, listen to music, and receive phone calls directly from his head.
Basketball was invented in 1891 by James Naismith, a teacher who was looking for an activity to keep his students active during the winter. He used a ball and hung 2 peach baskets in the gymnasium. The objective was to throw the ball into the baskets to score points. Thus, in the middle of a cold winter and with great creativity, the basketball we know today was born.
Word clouds are artistic installations composed of a series of suspended nets with words that, when interacting with sunlight, project shadows onto the ground. These installations often explore themes such as time and the ephemeral nature of life.
In Japan, the Zaoyo restaurant offers a unique experience. Customers can catch their own meal from the comfort of their table. It is possible to use a fishing rod or approach the pond and use a net. Once the fish is caught, diners are free to decide how they want the chef to prepare it. Options include sashimi, fried, grilled, and more.
The Eiffel Tower illuminated at night is an iconic image that, surprisingly, cannot be published without permission. The lights of the monument belong to the company that operates the Eiffel Tower, and under copyright regulations, they are protected. Although millions of tourists visit Paris every year and break this rule, the company has not enforced the law, even though it remains in effect and can be consulted on its website. Shark Wheel has developed wheels with a unique design based on a wavy square shape that provide a smooth ride similar to circular wheels. These wheels are faster on smooth surfaces and have better grip on rough, loose, or wet terrain. The company has conducted laboratory and real-world tests, demonstrating that their design outperforms traditional wheels in several categories, such as speed and traction.
A study confirmed that the Borneo orangutan and humans share 97% of their genes. Both species have a common ancestor that lived about 15 million years ago and have since evolved along separate paths. Although orangutans and humans share many genetic similarities, there are also notable differences, especially in the genes that control the brain and the immune system.
This was the spectacle during the inauguration of the Donbas Stadium in Ukraine. The coordinated movement of hundreds of people created this incredible effect. Here we can see some angles from the field showing how the people moved.
Despite its arid climate, the region of Almería in Spain is responsible for a large portion of the fruits and vegetables sold in Europe. They use techniques such as imported soil and hydroponics, and it is the area with the highest number of greenhouses in the world. In fact, there are so many greenhouses that they can even be seen from space.
This is how a baby moves inside the womb when its mother laughs. These movements are perceived by the baby, causing the baby to move as well.
Here you can see hot dog water bottled, a strange product sold at a food festival in Canada. It was an elegant bottle of water with a sausage inside. This product claims to be beneficial for health and, according to its sellers, helps increase water intake, promotes calorie burning, boosts brain function, is anti-inflammatory, and even makes you look younger. It also includes a delicious sausage. This bottle was sold at the Car Free Festival for a cost of $35.
Tigers, unlike many other felines, enjoy water and are skilled swimmers. This behavior is especially common in warm climates, where they seek to cool off in rivers or lakes.
Husgar, a village in the province of Malaga, Spain, was painted completely blue in 2011 as part of a promotion for the movie The Smurfs. This included buildings such as shops, hotels, schools, pharmacies, the medical center, and even the cemetery. After the promotion, the residents decided to keep the blue color due to the increase in tourism. Since then, Husgar has been known as the Smurf Village and has become a unique tourist destination.
Look at the incredible feat carried out by Italian pilot Dario Costa, who managed to fly through the Catalca tunnels in Turkey in a racing airplane. He set a Guinness record for the longest flight through a tunnel, with a distance of 5,676 feet at 152 miles per hour.
How to solve a Rubik's Cube in a three-dimensional graphics program. Keisuke Anamori is an artist known for creating content related to animations and simulations in programs such as Maya. Hair turns gray with age due to a decrease in the production of melanin, the pigment responsible for hair color. As we age, the pigment-producing cells in hair follicles produce less melanin, resulting in loss of color and the appearance of gray or white hair.
Praying mantises lay their eggs in structures called oothecae, which are protective cases formed by a foamy substance they secrete. This substance hardens upon contact with air and acts as a barrier to protect the eggs from predators and harsh conditions.
A team from Stanford University led by Manu Prakash developed a revolutionary computer that uses water droplets instead of traditional bits. These droplets contain magnetic nanoparticles and move through a circuit designed for this purpose using magnetic fields. Although its speed is lower compared to a conventional personal computer, it can perform calculations and manipulate matter. Svetlana Kapanina is a renowned Russian aerobatic pilot, considered one of the best in her field. She has won multiple world aerobatic championships and is known for her impressive maneuvers.
Approximately 70% of the lightning strikes that hit the Earth fall over the oceans because bodies of water are natural electrical conductors and cover most of the planet's surface.
China is the country that uses the internet the most in the world. It is ahead of India and the United States, with a total of 721 million users. The diversity of languages is due to the cultural, historical, and geographical evolution of human communities. Over time, different groups developed languages to communicate within their unique environments. There is no single person or entity responsible for the development of all languages, as they emerged organically from human interactions and the need for communication. This linguistic evolution reflects the richness and variety of human experience throughout history.
During winter, Lake Kushiro in Hokkaido, Japan, becomes a refuge for hundreds of swans that migrate from Siberia to enjoy the hot spring areas that remain unfrozen. The sight of these elegant birds in the icy winter environment is a popular tourist attraction and a beautiful display of wildlife adaptation.
At this restaurant, they serve sushi dishes printed in 3 dimensions. It is called Sushi Singularity and is located in Tokyo, Japan. The goal of its unusual way of preparing food is to adjust to the nutritional and health needs of each customer. For this reason, those who wish to eat there must send biological samples when making the reservation. This is Nose ID, a way to identify your dog using the unique print of its nose. It is designed to help identify and find lost dogs. This is how the construction process of this incredible fat bike took place. This amazing bicycle was fitted with a pair of Formula One car wheels. In corners, racing motorcycles can reach an angle of up to 64 degrees. They ride practically glued to the ground.
Most bees are diurnal and depend on sunlight to fly and search for food. It is rare to see them active at night due to the lack of light. However, some species of tropical bees have adapted to fly in darkness by taking advantage of reduced competition from other pollinators. This also occurs with certain bumblebees, although most of them are also diurnal.
Before a bridge is put into service, a load test is carried out to evaluate its strength and safety. This process consists of reproducing load conditions similar to real use of the structure. Heavy vehicles, such as trucks, are placed on the bridge to measure its ability to withstand stress. These tests ensure that the design and construction meet the required standards. Despite their similarities, rabbits and hares have different numbers of chromosomes, which makes breeding between them genetically impossible. Domestic rabbits have 22 pairs of chromosomes, while hares have 24 pairs of chromosomes. This difference in chromosome count prevents them from producing viable offspring. Bouvet Island, located in the South Atlantic Ocean, is one of the most isolated islands in the world. This uninhabited island belongs to Norway and is located north of Antarctica and southwest of Africa. With a surface area of 19 square miles, it is almost completely covered by glaciers. Mimi Choi is a professional makeup artist from Vancouver, Canada, known for her impressive surreal and optical illusion makeup. She uses her face as a canvas to create visual effects that confuse the viewer, such as additional eyes or facial distortions. Tom LaFrench, a French artist, has created a series of images that imagine our favorite modern applications with a style typical of the 1980s. These images can be seen on his website and his Instagram, and they use classic elements from that era of rudimentary technology. During the 1980s, personal computers and mobile phones began to become popular. In addition, the Walkman and compact discs marked a revolution in portable music. This project creatively and nostalgically combines retro charm with modern technology. Both the platypus and the echidna lack a conventional stomach. In their digestive system, the esophagus connects directly to the intestine. This evolutionary design simplifies their digestion, as they don't need an organ that secretes acid to break down food. This is because they have lost the genes necessary to produce digestive enzymes and gastric acids. As we continue consuming oil at a rapid pace, projections indicate that proven global reserves could be depleted in about 40 to 50 years. This highlights the importance of accelerating the transition toward renewable energy and sustainable technologies. The International Energy Agency and the United States Department of Energy agree on the urgent need to adopt cleaner energy sources to ensure a stable energy future that is less dependent on fossil fuels. This is how this French wrought iron safe worked, forged in the early 19th century. These safes were handcrafted by skilled blacksmiths using advanced forging techniques to ensure their strength. There are products specifically designed to secure public restroom doors that do not have locks. These devices are usually portable and easy to use, providing a practical solution to ensure privacy. Although the true color of the sun is white, from Earth we perceive it as yellow, orange, or red due to the atmosphere. The atmosphere scatters shorter light waves, such as blue, and allows longer waves, such as yellow and red, to dominate our perception. At sunrise or sunset, when sunlight passes through a thicker layer of the atmosphere, the sun appears red because the atmosphere absorbs almost all colors except red. In the Pisco Valley near Nazca, Peru, there is an enigmatic group of holes that forms a band more than 1.24 miles long. Each hole measures approximately 2 feet in diameter and 6.6 feet deep, and they are arranged in columns of 8 to 12.
Their purpose is a mystery, and theories about their origin include agricultural, ceremonial, or mining uses. Kiara is a dog famous for her ability to play volleyball. She plays alongside her Norwegian owners, Mathias Bernsen and Emily Olstad. It is incredible how Kiara can return the ball using her nose and paws. Boom Shadow is an artist known for his skill in creating shadows with his hands. He has gained recognition on social media, where he shares his talent and shadowgraphy techniques. Art sometimes appears in the most unexpected ways. Not everyone can demonstrate it, but those who do have that power truly do it wonderfully. This is the case of an Israeli artist who shares videos on her social media in which she achieves striking optical illusions.
These cages are used by cameramen from National Geographic and the BBC to closely and safely capture the movements and behaviors of bears. Watch how this mother and her two cubs put it to the test. There are pink sand beaches in places such as the Bahamas, Indonesia, and Greece, known for their unique beauty. This pink color comes from fragments of coral, seashells, and microorganisms called foraminifera. These microscopic organisms, when broken down by the action of water, mix with the sand and give it its distinctive tone.
Shopping malls usually have service entrances designed to bring in large merchandise, such as automobiles. These access points are strategically hidden to maintain the aesthetic of the place. Generally, vehicles are moved during the night when there are no visitors in the mall. When it is very cold, the body reduces blood flow to peripheral areas, such as the fingertips, to conserve heat in the core. This can lead to freezing of exposed tissues, as the ability to maintain proper temperature in the extremities decreases. That is why it is essential to protect yourself properly to prevent frostbite damage in extreme cold conditions.
At the Italian restaurant Fava, diners can enjoy a peculiar appetizer called fried air. This original dish is made from fried tapioca skin that is subjected to an ozone gas bath for 10 minutes. The final presentation resembles a cotton candy cloud adorned with blue salt and vinegar.
Plastic bottles begin as small preforms similar to test tubes with a threaded neck for the cap. First, these preforms are heated to make them malleable. Then they are placed into a mold and pressurized air is injected so they take on the desired shape and size. Once the preforms expand and adopt the shape of the mold, they are cooled and removed.
Maxillipeds are mouth appendages found in crabs, equivalent to their hands. They perform essential functions such as holding food, cleaning sand from their eyes, and manipulating food to guide it toward the mouth. The development of the first mechanical clocks began in Europe during the Middle Ages, around the 14th century. These clocks were primitive and were generally found in church towers.
This is how vehicle seats are installed. These robotic arms make everything faster and more precise. Thanks to advanced programming, the robots adjust the seats with millimeter-level accuracy. The sculptures by Bruno Catalano, known as the Travelers, are fragmented works that symbolize the emotional emptiness of migrants in their search for a better life. These fascinating figures were exhibited at the Venice Biennale in 2019, one of the most prestigious art events internationally. Made of bronze and terracotta, they were installed in iconic locations throughout the city, such as churches and theaters.
The Irish Wolfhound is one of the tallest dog breeds in the world. Males can reach a height of between 37 and 39 inches at the shoulder, making them considerably taller than a German Shepherd.
Blake Wilkie is famous for his modified Volkswagen Beetle, known as the Shark Bug. This vehicle has been customized to perform extreme stunts and impressive maneuvers. It is capable of flying through the air and landing without problems.
The Crush Metric, also known as the Switch Pen, is an aluminum pen designed by artist Noah Deletta. This innovative pen can change its shape between a solid design and a crushed one simply by activating a switch.
These machines blow nitrogen into wine bottles before they are sealed with a cork. Nitrogen is inert and heavier than air when cold, so it stays at the bottom without escaping. Nitrogen helps prevent wine and other foods from oxidizing, allowing them to be preserved for a longer time.
Without the discovery of electricity, humanity would face a radically different world. The lack of electric lighting would affect productivity and technological development. Medicine, communications, and transportation would be limited. Quality of life would be lower, and society would likely rely on less efficient and less sustainable forms of energy. Coral reefs, formed by colonies of small animals called coral polyps, can live for centuries if conditions are suitable. Some coral reefs are thousands of years old and are incredibly diverse and delicate ecosystems.
These are lawn aerator machines. They make small holes in the ground approximately 4 inches deep to allow the roots to receive oxygen and stay healthy. Stadiums perform this process a couple of times a year.
Some animals have such a strong maternal instinct that they adopt animals from completely different species. Like this leopard that does not harm this orphan baby baboon. Instead, it cleans and protects it as if it were its own.
This is how ball pits are cleaned. First, the balls are vacuumed out of the pit at a rate of 20,000 balls per hour. They are sent to a machine that soaps, rinses, and sanitizes them. Then they travel to another machine that dries them with air and sends them back into the pit.
Eternal flowers are natural flowers that undergo a preservation process to maintain their freshness and beauty for years without the need for water or light. This treatment replaces the sap with a solution of glycerin and other compounds that prevent dehydration and deterioration. Unlike artificial flowers, they retain their natural texture and softness.
The basking shark is the second largest fish in the world, surpassed only by the whale shark. It can reach up to 33 feet in length and weigh around 8,818 pounds. This marine giant is completely harmless to humans, as it feeds on plankton through filtration. Its enormous liver, which represents up to 25% of its body weight, is a remarkable feature. Biologists estimate that its lifespan ranges between 20 and 30 years.
The RoboKeeper is considered the best robot goalkeeper in the world. Equipped with advanced technology from the Fraunhofer Institute in Germany, its reflexes are incredible. It records up to 90 images per second and calculates the trajectory of the ball in real time. This means that to score a goal against it, you need to make a perfect shot.
Vitamin gummies are made by combining vitamins in liquid or powdered form with gelatin, corn syrup, and other ingredients. The mixture is heated and poured into molds to give them shape. Afterward, they are cooled and removed from the molds. This process creates an attractive and easy way to consume vitamins, especially for children and people who have difficulty swallowing pills.
The autonomous parking robot Stan, developed by Stanley Robotics, is designed to optimize the use of space in parking facilities and make the parking process easier. This innovative robot can position itself underneath a car, lift vehicles weighing up to 5,732 pounds, and transport them to available open spaces. Stan has an autonomy of up to 20 hours and requires only 4 hours of charging, ensuring efficient and continuous operation.
In these cabins, you sleep alongside hundreds of thousands of bees. In reality, they are not inside the cabin, but beneath it. The vibration and movement of the colony act as a type of heating system that keeps the bed warm.
The Falling in Sand studio is famous for creating stunning art with layers of colored sand, including logos and portraits. This creative work is led by James Sun, known for his unique talent and precision when using sand as an artistic medium. His creations shared on social media have captured the attention of more than 3 million followers who are fascinated by his skill.
The Surreal team organized a unique party at 9,843 feet in altitude. Participants wore parachutes throughout the entire event, enjoying the celebration while in flight. As part of the finale, everyone jumped from the airplane to celebrate in a spectacular way.
If you pour milk over Oreo cookies, you can see how the panda gets its colors. This is a special version of the cookies called Oreo Panda.
Lobsters possess an enzyme called telomerase that allows them to regenerate their cells and avoid natural aging. This makes them biologically immortal, as they do not die of old age. However, they can succumb to other causes, such as predators, disease, or energy exhaustion during molting. Some lobsters have reached more than 100 years of age, also standing out for their large size.
At Lake Inle, Myanmar, an annual festival takes place in which local residents decorate boats with lights and candles, creating a luminous parade across the water. This event, known locally as the Phang Da U Festival of Light, celebrates the end of the rainy season and is an impressive visual spectacle.
More than half of academic research papers and university PCs are never read by the general public, remaining limited to an academic audience. These works are usually reviewed only by the authors, evaluators, and editors, staying out of reach of most curious readers. Behind every complex title and detailed chart lies a vast source of knowledge that is rarely explored beyond academic circles.
Perhaps airplanes will look like this in the future. In the event of an accident, the cabin would be able to detach and eject while in midair. With the help of 2 enormous parachutes, it would return safely to the surface.
This is what the decoration of Mr. Doodle's house looks like.
The English artist Sam Cox goes by the name Mr. Doodle and spent 2 years painting his famous doodles in every corner of his mansion. Doodle art is a drawing technique that originated from making doodles in school notebooks and consists of filling the page with small drawings. The drawings may or may not have meaning in relation to each other.
The color known as cosmic latte was determined by astronomers at Johns Hopkins University as the average color of the universe. This light beige tone is the result of averaging the light emitted by more than 200,000 galaxies. Google Japan developed a conceptual keyboard known as the Gboard bar. This unique design features all the keys arranged in a straight line, resulting in a keyboard approximately 5 feet 5 inches long. Although it was created as a joke, the keyboard is functional and can be used if there is a desk large enough. At the Passo Fundo shopping mall in Brazil, an adorable golden retriever parade took place, delighting everyone present. The owners of these lovable dogs carry them in their arms while going down the escalators, stealing glances and sighs. This special event was organized by a group of breed enthusiasts to highlight the incredible qualities of golden retrievers.
The largest country in the world is Russia, with a territorial area of more than 6.6 million square miles. Its vast territory stretches from Eastern Europe to the far eastern edge of Asia and contains a great diversity of landscapes and cultures. Actor Nicolas Cage has a peculiar pyramid-shaped tomb in the St. Louis Cemetery located in New Orleans. This structure, approximately 9 feet tall, was built in 2010. Its design bears the Latin phrase omnia ab uno, which means everything from one. Although Cage has not publicly revealed the reason for his choice, the tomb has sparked curiosity among visitors. The first iPhone, released in 2007, revolutionized the technology industry by combining a phone, an iPod, and an internet browser into a single device. This invention changed the way we interact with technology and set a new standard for smartphones. Since then, the iPhone has gone through numerous updates and has sold more than 1 billion units, cementing Apple as a leader in technological innovation.
The McDonald's chain, founded in 1940 by Richard and Maurice McDonald in San Bernardino, California, began as a small hamburger restaurant. With the introduction of the speedy service system, McDonald's revolutionized the fast food industry. Ray Kroc, who joined the company in 1954, transformed McDonald's into a global giant with more than 38,000 restaurants in over 100 countries, serving millions of customers every day.
This is the largest garden in the world. The Miracle Garden in Dubai, considered by many to be the Disneyland of flowers, opened on Valentine's Day in 2013 and features more than 109 million flowers spread across more than 775,000 square feet, with unique designs and theme structures that change each season. If you are interested in visiting, plan your trip between November and April, as it remains closed during the other months due to the region's high temperatures.
This is what a volcanic eruption looks like from space. This impressive phenomenon was captured in a 12-hour time-lapse by a satellite specialized in monitoring natural events. Since 2017, it has been possible to explore the International Space Station through Google Maps using the Street View feature. This tool allows users to tour the interior of the station and observe its modules in detail.
The Calatumble 42 is a wooden arcade console designed by Swedish artist Love Holton. With a price of around $3,000, only 50 units of this unique console were made. When closed, it looks like a wooden briefcase, but inside it houses a 12-inch screen and 100 classic games, such as Metal Slug and Tetris. It is a true treasure for nostalgic video game fans.
In Bangladesh, students who are 15 years old can be jailed for cheating on their final exams. Canadian banknotes, made from polymer since 2011, are highly durable and resistant to water, tearing, and extreme conditions. They are practically indestructible. The Catatumbo River in Venezuela is known as the most electric place in the world. Lightning flashes up to 28 times per minute in this area. This phenomenon, known as the Catatumbo lightning, occurs on average 260 days per year. The intense electrical activity makes this place unique on the planet. It is a natural wonder that attracts both scientists and tourists.
When using computers or digital screens, the blinking frequency is reduced from an average of 15 to 20 times per minute to only 5 to 7 times per minute. This can cause dry eyes and visual fatigue. Blinking regularly is crucial to hydrate and protect the eyes, as well as to relax the brain. Strategies such as placing a visible note on the screen are recommended to help remember this habit.
When two apples collide at 56 miles per hour, the impact causes significant destruction to both fruits due to the transfer of kinetic energy.
Maxim Havrilenko, creator of the Ochis coffee brand in Ukraine, makes biodegradable sunglasses using recycled coffee sediments. These are combined with flax and a biopolymer derived from vegetable oil to create a sustainable and unique product. Mauna Loa, located in Hawaii, is the largest active volcano in the world, both in volume and surface area. It has an estimated volume of approximately 17,993 cubic miles and a surface area of around 1,930 square miles. What you are seeing is not a video game. It is a video of a real car. The American Rally Association equipped one of its cars with a selfie stick and a 360-degree camera. This is what Patrick's star would look like in real life. We know this thanks to the artist Will Hughes, who studies animation and graphic design. He has created very realistic yet terrifying representations of famous characters such as Ronald McDonald, Mike Wazowski, among others.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe so you don't miss more interesting content. Leave your comments and click on any of these videos. See you next time.